Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? Happy Thursday. It is not Monday, it is Thursday. Welcome to a special no vlog day, wicking it and kicking it. Hope everybody's been having a freaking kick ass week. I sure as heck know that my week not only started out fantastic because you guys all came and celebrated 6 years sober with me on Monday. The actual date was Tuesday. But it's a good thing we celebrated Monday because man, oh man, have I been busy, buried in freaking liquid orders. Thank you to everybody who continues to support this channel and JMW Premium, of course. Everything on this channel is made possible by JMW Premium. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, you can search JMW Premium over there so you can get in the know. But yeah, it's been busy, man. And I haven't really gotten too much sleep each night this week. So we're kind of like going on fumes, and I still got like a big massive order to finish tonight. But it's totally worth it, man. I need this right here. This is my break, right? Normally we would just put everything to the side, get like some Dr. Pepper ready, and some ice cream, maybe some dinner, and settle in for the vlog, right? But today I get to be on the other side of the screen and we get to hang out together again. It's freaking awesome. So glad to see everybody piling on in. Let's see who's here. Furpistrode. Fur says, yo, what's up on this special extra wiki? Hell yeah, dude. Mouse says, ayo. We got Dell here saying yo yoy. Ben, oops, all round wire. Man, I didn't even like really prepare anything. Like I was like, let's just go into it winging it. I mean, I got a couple things like that I grabbed, and oops, all round wire like sounds fun, like it really does. But like literally after the stream, I just feel like it's a waste because like I don't even really enjoy vaping it for that long. But maybe we'll do something. Maybe we'll get some round wire out and do something. I'll have you guys probably help pick at least one thing to do tonight. Wonk wire, yeah. Yo yoy, and the such as says Gunny. What's up, Gunny? Uh, he moved the bullies to his Valhalla Micro. Mo Betta. Mo Betta. We used to have a barbershop here called Mo Betta Cuts. That's funny. Kim, good evening, everyone. Nice to have a second Steve O show this week. Thank you, Kim. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you, everybody. Neil is here. Gunny says it's wiki kicky time. It sure is, dude. I think the cat knows. I don't think she knows how to wick anything, but she's certainly kicking it back there. I can get zoom. Holy shit. Yeah. She's all arched up, walking half sideways, half backwards, ready to pounce. Oh, she's kicking it all right. Let me see. Can you guys see her? There she is. Oh, now she's gonna sit still and lick herself. Whatever. She was being crazy. Uh, Dell says I can hear. I came here to wick it and kick it, and I'm all out of wick. It's no good, dude. You're gonna have to break out those tampons. I hear that works. Works a treat. Ben says this week has been swamped to the max for me. Yeah, bro, I feel you. It has been. Hippo is here. Good evening, Hippo. Freaking great to see you, bro. And speaking of Hippo, he's always been my coffee buddy. Cheers. Mm. For wicking it and kicking it, we had to do coffee. There's literally only one Dr. Pepper left in the fridge, and I'm saving that sucker. It would if there was a vlog, that's what it would have been saved for. Man, I need to have my coffee with the wicking and kicking it stream. Good to see you, man. Bill says if you're gonna be up late filling orders, I'm down for hangs tonight. Yeah, I mean, hangs would be a good idea, right? Um, I get so distracted. However, it may be necessary. It may be necessary depending on how long things take. Duchess says, "Yo, what the fuck it is, dudes? What's up, Duchess? Got me a little notification. Got some more Duchess coils headed my way. Actually, as a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised. They should be here Saturday. There is a possibility that if things move swiftly enough, they could even be here tomorrow. Uh, because USPS, I know people complain about USPS, but in my area, man, they rock. And DHL sucks. DHL sucks butts. At least anybody responsible for delivering packages in the Rochester, New York area. I ordered a couple flavors from DIY in Canada, and they were supposed to be delivered on Thursday last week. Well, apparently, no one was home. Although I was home. Nobody came. Rescheduled it for the next day because they give you an option. You can go into this little portal they got and you can reschedule it. Okay, you get an email notification saying it's rescheduled. It should be here by the end of the day that day. But like when it goes back out for delivery, you don't get any indication that it's out for delivery. You don't get any indication that they attempted to try to deliver it anytime after that first time. Like no updates whatsoever. Not checked back in at some facility somewhere. Like what the fuck you doing, DHL? Talk to somebody in customer service. We're very, very sorry. We're going to make a note and leave a complaint. Special instructions. Oh, no. Well, they said that they couldn't find it. Oh, really? They couldn't find it because the notes say that no one was home. So which is it? Rescheduled it again for today. Still nothing. Not a single thing. It's fucking frustrating as hell, man. Uh, you don't have to do round wire. It is kind of crap. Thank you, Ben. Thank you. Uh, if you use round wire, we're no longer friends. See, yeah, I can't take that chance, guys. I can't take that chance. No round wire. That's all there is to it. Uh, Gunny's got a set of bullies rocking, dude. Hell yeah, I got a couple more sets of bullies coming. Uh, I consider whether or not I should have gotten more than two, but I think two will do it. I mean, the thing is that I have so many coils. Still got tons of pendulum coils here, tons of the old Kinks coils here. A couple sets of Timmy's left. Uh, and like literally doing this stream every week, pretty much everything, just about everything has coils in it that like it gets to a point like where you're just gonna swap and build out for fun, you know. I do got a couple RDAs that are due to be rebuilt. We might bust one of those out tonight. I don't know. Uh, that just says I know. I was told, like Chris, he sent them out. Oh, okay. Reading your guys' conversation. Uh, Gunny's a nerve. Hell yeah. Hippo's grabbing a cup right now. Hell yeah, dude. Again, cheers. Uh, two of my unicorn mods in the mail. Duchess says that's what I've been saying. Western New York is fire with moving the mail through the state and to others. It is, dude. USPS is on point. Especially like if like you're doing priority mail and it's got to go out to the West Coast. That shit airmails out to the West Coast. I can uh put something have something picked up Wednesday and it'll be delivered by Friday out in LA. That's wild to me. But if it has to go somewhere closer to where it doesn't take airmail, it can take even longer. DHL is shit. Dude, they used to be good. Used to be good. It's like really like the only option from some countries, you know what I mean? The issue is that I forgot. I accidentally clicked shipping address same as billing address. I normally have anything from like UPS or DHL sent to my father's address, and somebody's always home there. Yeah, I think that would have already made it. Whew, my brain is starting to skip a beat. Let's see. Duchess says I love DHL, never had an issue, but I have a house with a porch. They just put on my porch. Yeah, see, that's what they would have done at my dad's house. Uh, Jason says, "Oh, hello, corporate Jason. Good to see you, my man. Uh, well, welcome to the special Wickin It and Kickin It stream, where it might be a little more chill, but you never know. We're here for a couple hours at least, so more people very well may roll in. Hippo says I'm up to 6 new mods and like 15 RDAs since was last around for a full stream. I'll have to share a mid-year hand track when my 2 new ones. Hell yeah, dude. Also, yeah, guys, feel free to send some hand checks in. I still want to mess around and see if uh we can share a hand check. I don't even know if Discord is going to open. Let's see. Let's do this. Got so much stuff going on. Boom. Boom. Let's see. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if this works. Present. Nah, see, Discord like wants to share screen. Yeah, see, I would have to do entire screen, I think. Let's try it. Let's try it. F it. It's not sharing. Oh, there we yeah, there we go. Hold on. There we go. I wonder, can you guys see that okay? That is Dell's hand check. He's got the Andromeda on the Geek Vape. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Boom. I can't tell because I cannot click over to check. I'm going to click stop sharing though. Boom. Stop sharing. Could you guys see that okay? Use OBS or Streamlabs much easier. Yeah. I mean, I just never took the time to sit down and try it. My son knows how to use OBS, but we've got the StreamYard. It's just I don't know. I've just gotten so easy used to using it. Dan actually did shoot a little money towards them to get at least like a minor upgrade. When they initially raised the prices, they didn't have like an in between option. They only had like this wicked expensive option, so we got rid of it for a while, but we were just using it free. But like we have like all of our stuff, like the intro, the outro, all that plugged in. Uh, I don't know if Dan has the original files for those anymore. So like if we can like make a new intro, make a new outro, and like transfer all of like our little like this guy right here, like like we've got hold on, let's see, like we got these little guys here, like up in the corner. Boom, boom. The old Juice My Way logo. Right? All that stuff's all programmed in. And I know you can program it all uh into those other things. It's just that I need to have like the actual original files to do it. Uh looks like you guys see it. Duchess says I'm rocking my RDA for vaping V2 on the Dreamer clutch because it's stuck on. Yeah, with some NI90s and my newest Bone Orchard Elixir, and bruh, the flavor with this scream and crackle, mind blowing. Hell yeah, dude. I love that. I love that. Ben says it looked fine to me. I'm still on the stuff for Monday's hand check, Savage, KO, Dripped RDA, Parts AV tube with a dead rabbit, HDNE Exo armor with AV tubes, and a DOC RDA billet box. Dang, man. Yeah, that's. Whew. I still pretty much got everything rocking too. I don't have the recoil on the clutch handy at the moment. It's it's back there without a battery in it, but we are still rocking this guy. Still ripping and roaring. Loaded up with skeleton key. Although I'm on my last Squonk model's worth of skeleton key. And I made a new batch that's got to steep for at least a few days, but I'll probably break this down at some point over the next couple days and rewick it with something new. But yeah, I've got that that Kinks coil that Jared did for JMW. It's that Mechburrow Alien ripping in there. Hmm. Got that rocking. We did wick up the Type 2, and it's doing pretty decent, man. It's doing pretty decent. Not my favorite of RTAs, right? But it's okay. It's quite a bit of okay. Just a set of triple 28s in there. Still got the Grape God in there. I think I've refilled this tank only once since Monday. It's been doing pretty rad at 70 watts. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Of course, we've got to have the Billy Club. You guys know the Billy Club. We shared it about a million times. Only difference is I was trying to conserve my last little bit of my last bottle of steeped succulents because the new batch that I made has to steep for a couple weeks. So I decided I would load it up. I would refill it with a little bit of FDH North End. The North End is so good. Once it has had a chance to sit and get a good steep on it. If you ever try the North End from FDH, like just know that like when you get those bottles off those drops, they come fresh, right? Because they close the dock, the order goes into the lab makes them, you get them fresh, right? If you ever order the North End, man, let that shit steep like 2-3 months minimum. We got a Squonk. It's a strawberry cannoli. The the cream, the cannoli cream is so rich and dense and thick. And what I've noticed is like it's similar to succulents. The strawberry has to calm down and push its way up a little bit further, and the cream has to fill out. It's so rich and dense of a cream that it really needs that time. You really do get like a mild like cannoli shell. It's just so fucking spot on. And it's one of their less sweet liquids too. I actually might hit up Kaz because I ordered a bottle of Aliens Are Outside. I might hit him up and see if maybe he's got any more North End laying around. LT says, yo, yo, LT, heck yeah, dude. Got one of our hot vapor chicks in the house tonight. Good to see you, LT. Hope you've been having a good week. I've been burning the candle at both ends. My brain is suffering right now from it. Dell says my go-to site didn't have plum purple. Oh dang. You might have to go to DIY in Canada. They have a really good selection of wonder flavors. As long as like you don't live in an apartment building and DHL in your area doesn't suck. I don't know if they have Canada Post as an option right now because of strikes going on in Canada. But not only do they have a very large selection of Wonder flavors, they have the best pricing on Wonder flavors on the Wonder flavors line because Wonder flavors is based out of Canada. And you can also save an extra 10% by using coupon code AAFL. They just might have it. Mike DeBreeze, what's good, Steve? Yo, we chilling, bro. We chilling. It's good to see you, man. No vlog tonight, so we're just having a nice little bonus stream, you know, little bonus. Uh, I thought about maybe broadcasting this one to the group. I need to run a test in the group before the next raffle live stream, which I forgot to drop the link for the raffle and pin it this time, but I think we'll be good. Because the last time we went to go live, it just wouldn't go live in the group. So I need to run a test. So if anybody sees like a live stream pop up in the JMW Facebook group, I'd say feel free to pop in. But what I might do is I might just test it, run the intro, and then stop it at the end of the intro. And then the playback will look like it's just like an old school JMW ad or something. But I just need to make sure that it's going to connect. Dell says, instead mixing up my usual custard batter shake, throwing some pineapple in there to try it. Dude, pineapple does do well in a custard base. It does. Especially like if you like to thicken up your custard base with a little bit of ice cream, like some vanilla ice cream, Liquid Barn vanilla ice cream or something like that. Can you DM me a link later on? Yes. Yes, 100%. But yeah, oh yeah, I did I was gonna save this for tonight, but I had to go to a doctor's appointment yesterday and this thing started leaking all over. I had to finally, after 5 weeks, re-wick the billet box. The crackle is a little sloppy compared to how it was, and I feel like when I get those longer draws on it, it's not wicking as beautifully as it was, but it's doing good. It's vaping good. Cookie cane on the inside of the Voltrove RBA just lives inside of there. Yeah, cookie cane is so good. I know we talk about it all the time. I do anyway. A couple people have asked to order it. That's one of the reasons why that DIY order is so detrimental, because it has some extra white chocolate in that package that is necessary. It also has coconut to keep it wet. Yes. Yes, that works great. Like some sweet coconut. Some sweet coconut. Another good one that goes well with the pineapple is coconut custard. It's also a Wonder Flavors. But yeah, just a little bit of sweet coconut wettens it right up. Thank you for the link, Duchess. Head to the bottom. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, head to the bottom of the form. Yeah, the link for the raffle is there. Thank you, Stephen L. Hello, everyone. Steve-O got me some bullies coils on the way. Thank you so much to Duchess. Yo, everybody's taking advantage of those bullies. Get them while you can. I don't recall how many he said he had left, but first come, first serve, because he's going to be taking a little break for rebranding and the such as, I believe. Del says, I have some vanilla ice cream in there. It's a simple mix. Buttercream, vanilla custard V2, yellow cake, cupcake. Oh, nice. Yeah, so it's like a bakery custard mix. Hell yeah, dude. Speaking of mixes, DIY. I do have a mix. I figured we could do a mix tonight. Um, Especially this has been uh something that I've been doing at the end of the month every month since they started doing the ELR mix along contest. For any of my DIY friends out there, many of you are on ELR. They're having the monthly mix alongs where each month they got a ton of liquid profiles on a big wheel. They spin the wheel. And this month was toffee something. Last month was very specific. It was butterscotch Bodino, or something like that, right? This month it was just toffee something. And there's no real strict rules anyway. You just have to use the hashtag, and if you want to participate for the drawing for the giveaway, you have to post your recipe in the ELR forum. There is a special thread specifically in discussion that's been going on each month. Each month has its own thread. It basically, it's the whole idea is to get people socializing, um, and uh, getting more active on the forum, on the ELR forum. Um, Fuck yeah, you do you, Stephen L. Hell yeah. Good off the shake doesn't need much steeping, says Dell. Yeah, a custard that doesn't need much steeping is a good custard. I'll tell you that. But I did have an idea. I've been sitting on it for a while, and I haven't mixed it yet. And it's the end of the month, and we gotta at least see how it tastes before I make it public and share it. Um, so why don't we start off by doing that? Because we haven't done a mix in a few weeks anyway, so I figured good way to start something off. And then I got a couple other ideas. Maybe you guys can help me pick something out to rewick, set up, or build. Um, but let's start off with the mix. I also have something really cool to share as well, something quick to share. Duchess has 11 pairs of bullies, 2 umamis, uh, 4 28s, the 2.5s, 12 3mm 28s, and 11 26s. Nice. And I grabbed 2 bullies, 1 umami, and 1 2.5mm 28s. That'll give me uh, pretty much 2 of everything except 1 pair left of the hexome coils, and then I got like 4 pairs of 26s. Should be good for a minute. And there you go. There's Duchess right there. Still looking for some of the best coils in the game. Get them while you can. I'm rebranding and making changes to Duchess. With that, we'll be shutting down temporarily. And there you go. Hell yeah, dude. Guys, get at them. Guys, get at them. So I've done something like this once before, and I was a little disappointed with it. I don't have a lot of experience using too many. Hey, phrasing! I made it to one of these. Yeah, he says, "Good evening, all. Good to see you. Good to see you, phrasing." Yeah, well, with no vlog, I figured we'd do an extra one. Obviously, we're usually not live on Thursdays. Shout out to a Lord Phrasing from across the pond. Why is that? Why is that coming up on my screen? I just realized why weird things are happening with my laptop occasionally, and why my touchscreen no longer works for my laptop. I was looking at it last night, and at the bottom of the screen here, the screen is like the bottom of it, it's like popped out, and there's like I'm afraid to like try to pop it back in. So, but I think occasionally it's causing like one of my things on the toolbar to get pressed, and it makes freaking windows pop up that I don't want popped up. Socializing, I ain't no Ain't no Sash. I'm a greaser, pony boy. Yeah. Phrasing says I have not been around much lately. Home stuff has been nuts. Yeah, I know. Well, you weren't doing well for a while, and uh then you had somebody to help take care of, and I get that, man. I get it. And sometimes, you gotta take a little break. See, there it goes, like, popping up again. You gotta take a little break and do what you need to do for yourself and your family. It's good to see you, buddy. Always a pleasure. All hail phrasing. Yeah, Stephen O. There you go. But yeah, mood taking care of my dad. Phrasing says Daisy goes back to work next week, so I will be around a lot more. Awesome, awesome. Hope she's doing well. Um, I want to let's see, let's share the screen. Share screen. This one works. I know it. No, not that screen yet. This screen. I don't need audio. Share. All right. So boom, 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 boom. Let's see how we look. All right. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. So I kind of had an idea, like kind of like a toffee apple pie, right? A toffee apple pie. Um, I did make an attempt at something similar to this. Uh, I don't know, a few months back, and it was okay. But like I always, if you've ever had my apple cream cake, I mean, I absolutely love that. Lots of people absolutely love it. Anything that I do that's like an apple bakery, I'm always going to compare to apple cream cake. It's just something that I like tailored very specifically to my taste. Um, and it's become the standard for apple bakeries for me. And I don't know, I didn't just want like toffee and like ice cream, you know what I mean? Or I needed something a little bakery, a little fruity as well. And I thought toffee apple. Um, I haven't even named it yet. Just hashtag ELR Maymix. Uh, so a good opportunity to use this apple toffee from Nam's flavoring. I did start with this flavor, and the last time I tried a recipe like this, uh, pushed it a little bit higher to 2.5%. The average is 2. Just a really good mixture of like toffee and a green apple. It's not like a really strong apple flavor, so it does need help. Um, then we went with apple pie from Flavor Art FA at 2%. That gives you a slight boost in the apple, a little bit of spices, but mostly is the base to building the crust. It's mostly a really, really fantastic start to a pie crust. This apple pie flavoring, you can actually use, you can cover up that apple and you can use it to make, say, like a cranberry pie, something like that. You can cover up that apple very easily. Good, good, good building block for making a pie crust. Baked apple from SSA. Never used this flavor in a mix. The last time, like I said, when I attempted this type of profile, I used their golden apple. The golden apple is not a bakery flavor. It works much more, uh, a lot better for beverages and fresh fruit type of mixes. Baked apple. Again, I considered using their apple strudel here because apple strudel could literally almost be a one shot if you turned up the percentage on it. But I have not used the baked apple yet. Figured it was a good opportunity. Baked apple SSA at 2%. Uh, that's really going to help pump up our apple flavoring. Hopefully, 2% is enough. Let me see. If not, we can always raise it. Oh gosh darn it. Hold on. Uh okay. We can always raise it afterwards. Brown sugar cookie from Wonder Flavors at 1%. This is going to, hopefully, it should blend with the apple pie to help complete our crust. Really, really excellent brown sugar note. Gives you that extra little bit of cooked bakery edge to it, but it's also soft. It's not it's not too dry of a bakery. It's quite soft. Uh, really it works really really good in this type of situation with the pie crust. Caramel butter. Caramel butter Wonder Flavors at 1%. That's going to help back up our toffee, make it a little more buttery. Super sweet, got to have sweetener. And a toffee ice cream from VTA at 3%. So this is going to be like an a la mode. So you got ice cream on the top, and then hopefully this presents like an apple pie with a scoop of ice cream on top, slathered in toffee instead. A really really nice buttery dairy cream ice cream and buttery toffee note. Really nice blend. Haven't used it in a mix yet. A fantastic single flavor though. Um, so that is that the mix there. Hopefully, hopefully it turns out good. Hopefully it turns out good. Dell says apple cream cake is top tier. Thank you. Phrasing says the screen popping out issue can usually be fixed by popping it back. The way to do it is lay it on a flat surface and apply steady pressure to a wide area so you don't put too much in any one spot. Awesome. Okay. Uh, if in doubt, though, take it to a computer store. They have insurance, so if they break it, they fix it. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, dude. Yeah. Cause I tried like laying it all the way flat just so I could look at it. And you can see there's like a tab on the right side of the bottom of the screen that looks like it's supposed to hold it in place, but I just don't want to mess with it. Uh, Especially being overtired the last couple days. I figure it's working. I'm not going to touch it for now. I've already just got good news that my son's computer is finally fixed and he's going to have that back. My uncle's going to be getting that back to us probably this weekend. Yes, finally. It's been months. Uh, Delsa sugar cookie is a very good ingredient. Yeah. I just finished mixing right now too, said Duchess. Sweet. Del says I'm waiting for flavors to arrive. Harry says, yeah, it's usually a combination of tabs and glue holding them in place. Yeah. I don't know how it popped out, but or how long it's been like that, but I just noticed. So let's get this. Let me open this up on my screen or on my phone so I can look at it. Uh, I've got a million tabs open from messing around making the thumbnail. Uh, and I'm just going to do a 15 milliliter mix. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. Let me just line my flavors up. We need the apple pie, baked apple, brown sugar cookie, caramel butter, super sweet, and toffee, and empty bottle. Uh, Phrasing said, I'm pretty sure my all day vape has been discontinued, so I am on the hunt for a new all day vape that fits my ridiculously picky criteria. Dude, no way, really? Oh man, that I know you've been vaping nothing but that for forever. Yeah, I know. Not only does it have to fit your flavor profile, but you also like it to be very clean and clear and easy on the coils. That just says I can't hear you past the pop-up ads on ELR. I I turned the audio off. I'm gonna donate the 10 bucks so those go away. Cause I don't like messing with freaking pop-up blockers. Uh, I don't know. I don't trust them for some reason. They always sketch me out. All right. I'm gonna start by, let's see. Everyone send phrasing the darkest liquids that you could possibly create. That's so messed up. You guys kind of be able to see what we're doing here. Maybe we can go like this. No, that doesn't work. Why? Huh. Weird. That's so weird. What? I thought it would go. Oh, I thought it would put us both at the same size. IBG are basically just a disposable company now. They've been threatening to stop making it for a while now, but it's out of stock in all my usual places, so I guess that's that. Damn, dude. I hope you got a little bit left while you look. Shoot. I was joking, but yeah, there's no pop-up. Sweet. All right, I'm gonna put my sweetener in first, just to get it out of the way, because if I go over, I can up the recipe. Come on. Perfect. That's 0.08 grams at sweetener. All right, so, oh, hold on. There we go. That'll do it. Starting with the toffee apple from Noms. Apple toffee. And some of these Noms flavors I think are going to be discontinued, unfortunately. But for personal use, you can actually do a lot playing around with 10 ml bottles. So 0.38 grams. Phrasing says I have 3 120 ml bottles, but they will be heavily rationed until I find a replacement. Dang. It's a lot of MTL and single coil, right? Uh, Using Anarchist Pink Lemonade right now. It's a lot dirtier than I'm used to. Oof. Oh wow. It's got a lot of sweetener in it, 100%. Kim says sorry to hear that. Phrasing. Same thing happened to me with two of my favorites. Really stinks. I feel your pain. Yeah. Uh, Another liquid, and I mean, listen, I don't have only one all day vape, so obviously I'm not comparing. But there's definitely been some liquids that have gone away that I really enjoyed. One of them, I only got to just fall in love with it, and then it immediately went away, was Uncommon number 5. But I have a recipe idea. Maybe I'll share that before we close out at ELR to try to recreate Uncommon number 5 a little bit. Flavor our apple pie. Focus. Come on, focus. Doesn't want to focus, but that's flavor art apple pie. 0.30 grams. All right. Baked apple. Should be able to see that one better anyway. Still doesn't want to focus. Baked apple SSA. Come on. There it goes. This is a brand new 120 mil. I have to make use of this somehow. Also 0.30 grams. Oh, I went to 0.35. Oops. I'll have to adjust that probably. Maybe I'll pump. You know what? It's already at 0.36. Let's just do 0.38. We'll do it at 2.5. I'll just adjust it. It's not what I wanted to do, but it's where it's at now. Brown sugar cookie. Pretty purple bottles from Noms. Wonder flavors are all purple. 0.15 grams. This one I don't want to go over on because it can really bully a mix. 1% is plenty. Come on. Boom. Just going to take my time getting these small drops in. Now, of course, now it's not measuring. The one flavor I don't want to go over on isn't measuring correctly. Go figure. There we go. Perfect. Oh, yep. Yeah, now it doubled up on me. 0.17 it went to, of course. Caramel butter. Wonder flavors. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Every caramel flavor can use caramel butter in with it. It will make it just that much better, in my opinion. 0.15 as well. Yeah, Kim says she feels your pain. Phrasing says, yeah, with Summer Blaze, it wasn't just my all day vape. It was basically the only liquid I used for 6+ years. Yeah, dang. Dell says, I'm cheap with mixing. I just get the 10 mils. Yeah, well, I would always recommend always buying the 10 mil first, no matter what. Make sure you like a flavor and you're going to want to work with it, even before considering getting like even a 30 mil. Kriplop says, you need to get Steve-O working on a clone for you. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it. But VTA, toffee ice cream. Again, doesn't want to focus, but there it is. Oh, shoot. There's an order. Let's see. 0.45%. Really, really wanted to push this flavor to really get that ice cream and toffee to really boost those in the flavor profile here. Plus, an ice cream can really just help overall smooth out a bakery profile. Give it a good mouth feel, and it's going to add some more butter to it as well. So that is all of our flavors. Let's do our VG. 13.25 grams. This is probably going to need a steep, especially with the brown sugar cookie and the toffee ice cream in there. 2.49 grams of PG. I can definitely work on something for you, phrasing. Try to keep it clean. That can sometimes be the difficult part, is keeping it as clean as that one. I mean, I definitely, lots of our liquids, especially like our fruity ones, they vape pretty clean, but whether or not it's to your standards is no way for me to know for sure without having that liquid to try. A little bit of additive, because I'm an adult who loves flavors. And there we go. There is that. We gotta shake it up. Dell says I vaped gallons of Donkey Kong from Humble, but it tastes different now with the TFN. A lot of people say that. Yo, Stark, what's up? Oh, it's Stark. Just put my order in for that succulents, and I'm gonna try some of that over the moon. Yeah, buddy, that succulents, bro. I mean, and I know uh, you originally wanted to snag it earlier, but it's had a whole month to steep now. It's going to be mwah. You could just crack it right open the second that you get it, buddy. Awesome, Stark. Good to see you, brother. Uh, Del says over the moon is peak moon pie. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you. Crazy said I tried to get the recipe from IBG, but they are not even entertaining the idea. I even offered to buy it and sign an NDA. Yeah. See, and the companies, even if they just never release it anywhere for commercial sale again, they'll just sit on that recipe. Sucks. Kerplop says I always get 30 mils to start. They just fit my setup better. Huh. Yeah. I did that early on, and then I'm just like, I just always get the 10s to start off with. It's enough to single flavor test, uh, then start playing around with it in a few mixes. And then even like say if you bought a recipe or a flavor for a very specific recipe idea and you end up using it in a recipe, you can still make a fairly decent, you know, size batch or like couple, 60 ml bottles sometimes or more before you can re up and get a 30. Duchess says, I have never had an issue with TFN. I tried it in Smacks, POA, and it tastes like POA to me. See, but some people get like an off taste from it. They say that it affects the flavor of the recipe. Some people say that it's not as satisfying as regular pre-base Nick. I don't know. Kriplop says, I probably have too many 500 ml bottles at this point. Dude, I got a ton of them. There's some flavors that like I really need to think of an idea for. Like, I was talking to uh, Mao, I think it was, about my citrus pomberry. I ended up using blueberry extra in it because it was wetter and it paired with the TFA pomegranate the best. But I never tried using the flavor art blueberry juicy ripe. We have a 500 mil of the blueberry juicy ripe, um, and like another like 2 or 3 120s on top of it. Really need to make a recipe utilizing that flavor. Phrasen says, I think if a liquid gets consistent sales for a certain number of years, the company should be required to accept a reasonable offer to buy it if they stop production. I think so too. I'm with you on that. Phrasing says it's not like they're going to be making money on a deadline. Yeah. Steve-O's kitchen sink sale, liquid made from stuff laying around. We've done that before. Say like recipes like that, like say we had like a whole bunch of one shot left over, or like when we used to pre-mix and pre-steep the batches, if like the sales started to really slow down on them and like batches started like piling, like just sitting around for a while, we would run like a 40% off sale, like just on those liquids to try to, or 50% off even. Um, what ended up happening was right around the end of when I decided to stop pre-steeping liquids, we did like a customer appreciation sale, and it was just a regular sale. It was like a large percent off, but like I had like 4 or 5 different recipes that just they just run their course. Like eventually people get bored with them and they want to try something else and don't order them anymore. Based off what people ordered in their orders, I picked one of those recipes for every order and tossed a free 60 mil in into everybody who ordered on that sale in order to get rid of them. It was the only way. Thank you, Duchess. I want to give this a knuckle. Let's see. It's tasty. Unfortunately, I wasn't trying to go as heavy with the baked apple as I did. Maybe we'll taste that before the stream ends. Let's let it sit. It's gonna need to steep. It's pretty tasty. Just hard to say, just off a knuckle. Um, but I just feel like all that baked apple might. It's only like 0.5% more, and as it steeps, it'll thicken up. But you don't want to go too heavy on something like that because it can really thin out a mix. But hopefully it doesn't. Phrasing says maybe I should set up a competition in the yo-yo's. Whoever can make the cleanest fruity flavor gets my exclusive custom for the next five years. I mean, that could work, dude. Figure something out. I want to see this real quick before I close this tab. Um, those are all my ELR mixes. You look at all these folders. These are just folders of different profile. Like, let's see. Where is it? Oh, it's in the raspberry folder. No. Oh no, wait. No, it's Johnny 5. Johnny 5. Duh. So uncommon number 5 was it was a raspberry lemon chocolate cream and choux pastry. And the lemon really freaking popped in it, man. It really popped in it. The raspberry was not, I mean, I guess it was pretty evenly balanced with the lemon. The chocolate was a fairly light note. Um, just a really delicious freaking liquid. I'm sure that they didn't even use this many flavors, but I made a white chocolate raspberry cheesecake version 4 a few weeks ago, and I switched up to this chocolate cookie crust. And the pairing of the chocolate cookie crust and like these raspberries in the mix, while I had white chocolate in there, I was kind of almost getting uncommon number 5 vibes from that cheesecake. Um, and I almost felt like that chocolate cookie crust was a very close to the chocolate note that was in there. But yeah, chocolate cookie crust at 2.5, cream puff from Wonder Flavors at 2%. I actually literally just bought this flavor just for this mix because I thought that it sounded like it would fit. Um, I wanted to also buy Flavora's Bakery Zest, I think it's called. Bakery Zest. But everybody was sold out of it. I placed my order at DIY before I realized they carried it. Lemon squares from Wonder Flavors at 3%. It should hopefully add to that, the pastry. That's going to be the base of our lemon note and like the main base of like the bakery elements of the pastry. Pastry cream, just a little bit more cream. Didn't need a lot. Premium raspberry from SSA at 2%. Um, awesome raspberry custard from Nums. I actually just bought a little bit more of that flavor because I loved it. Goes great together. It's a really good custard with a nice, really good creamy custard with a nice raspberry note. Um, super sweet from Cap, a little higher than the usual at 0.65, and zesty lemon because there is definitely some lemon zest in that freaking uncommon number 5, like a not just like a plain lemon note, but it's zesty. This is the start to try to work towards it. And it doesn't actually have to be like perfect. It just has to taste similar and good. You know what I mean? So I thought I would give that a shot. We'll try it out. Uh, what is the profile of the juice phrasing? I wish if these companies are going out of business or removing a flavor would sell the recipe to customers, they could still make a lot of money. Yeah, yeah, and I mean that's why listen, I mean, yeah, JMW is a partnership between me and Dan, and like his recipes are his recipes. You know what I mean? But we put our recipes together onto the menu. Most of my recipes start out just like what we're doing here. An idea for a DIY show. It's usually shared publicly, and then I tweak it if it needs tweaking. And oftentimes, if we decide to put it on the menu, I don't make it private. I just leave it up there. Uh, because the way I think is uh, being part of the DIY community, vaping community as a whole, and contributing, right? But I really just want people to enjoy them. And I know a lot of people who DIY. So whether you DIY and you want to mix one of my recipes, or if you don't and you purchase it from us, I'm just happy that you're enjoying it and it contributes to keeping you from smoking, you know? Unfortunately, these companies do not think like that. They aren't like DIY minded. They got a business to run. I get it. But like certain companies didn't like the Jam Monster recipes leaked like years ago. And I think they just instead of like I don't know. As far as I know, they just like leaned into it and just released the rest of them. I don't know exactly how that story went, but I know that those are out there. That just says, "What are you looking for?" The DM me what flavor profile are you going for, or what flavor profiles you prefer. He said it was a Sicilian peach lemonade with summer berries and ice. Yeah, I like anything that is just fruit, no desserts of any kind, just fruit. Yeah, like a beverage. Uncommon 5 always tasted like a raspberry Tootsie Pop. Interesting. I guess I can see how people get that. I got a really good zesty bite of lemon off of it. Flavora Saturn Peach, Flavora Lemonade, Flavor Art Forest Fruits, WS 20. Yeah, that very well could do it. Kerplop. I'd be almost willing to bet that it has Flavor Art Forest Fruits in it. So many recipes, especially UK based companies, use that forest fruits as the mixed berry note in a recipe that has mixed berries. Um, Flop says Clark from the Nico ticket gave out all of his recipes. Del says never tried any of the uncommon. Yeah, I only tried number 5 and the number 1. So we're about an hour in. So far, we just made a mix. Really just wanted to hang out with you guys tonight and maybe help me think of a couple things to do. There's one thing that I wanted to share though that I'm really excited for. And I mean, I know we got a lot of metal fans in here. I do not know how many underground hip hop heads we have in the chat, in the community. However, this drops tomorrow, and I am super freaking here for it, dude. Come on, share. Are you gonna share it? The browser can't access your screen. Try capturing a different. Wait, what? Hold on. Share screen. Oh, hold on. That's why. There we go. Boom. Aesop Rock. Black Hole Superette. I don't know how you say that. Superette. Every few years, we're blessed with a new Aesop Rock album. And I'm really tempted to grab one of these freaking sweet vinyls. The deluxe are always sold out right away. They're even dropping them in cassettes now. I'll probably just grab the CD. I haven't actually bought a physical copy of one of his albums since his album that came out in like 2017. It's been a while. He's released a couple songs off of it already. Concept, like this music video for the first song is like this convenience store. And I guess there's actually like a game on Steam where it's basically just like a simulator where you can walk through the convenience store and you can pick up literally every item in the store. And like there's like little Easter eggs hidden through it and everything. But if you don't know Aesop Rock, whether you like hip hop or not, I still highly recommend him. He's been known to turn even the most hardcore of metalheads into fans. From my experience growing up, dude is just an absolute wordsmith, and it's not just a bunch of big words for the sake of words. He paints an absolute image, just a full uh, abstract, almost cartoony image in your mind, painting a picture to tell a story with with his vocabulary, and he does all of his own production. Uh, just such a freaking awesome freaking rapper, poet, producer. Merch is always freaking super expensive on these drops, but it's cool to look at it. That's pretty cool. But yeah, stickers are always fun. But yeah, I'm excited for this. This drops tomorrow. I'll definitely be bumping this all weekend. Rhymesayers Entertainment. And there we go. Uh, let's get out of here. So yeah. Um, never tried any of the uncommon. Wait. Clark. Where are we at? Hey, Mo. That's uncommon. Ben says I never know about underground hip hop till it's above ground. Yeah, yeah. Yo, Mo. Kriplop says, isn't he on trial for murder or something? That's ASAP Rocky. So there's ASAP Rock and there's ASAP Rocky. I don't really know much about ASAP Rocky, but he's much more of a. They're two completely opposite ends of the spectrum. Relax, everyone. I made it. Yo, face meat. What's up? Kriplop says idea was the shit. R.I.P. Yeah, see, he falls right in that same category. Him and Idea were friends. They're both on the same record label when Idea was still alive. I'm a metalhead, but I'll bump Tupac and Biggie, says Dell. I mean, yeah, that's classic stuff right there. And Sleep Token. We got some Sleep Token fans in the house. Phrasing says, I'm going to head to bed. Catch you guys later. Phrasing, dude, it was great to see you. We will talk. We'll play around with some fruity liquids, brother. Have a good night. Maybe we can make it like a challenge for AAFL one of these weeks. Basically says, Plop, the man with the best avatar. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. That just says, I have an idea for your flavor. Good night, sir. Gunny said to tell where I'm at musically. I saw Styx in concert last night. Heck yeah, dude. I mean, listen, I love a little bit of everything, right? I mean, I don't. I mean, I don't particularly care for like pop music, but there's a time and a place where I think everything can be tolerated. I'm not a big fan of like popular, pop music, radio stuff, or modern day country music, but I pretty much I'll listen to a little bit of everything. Uh, Miles says not a lot. I hope y'all are well. I've been here listening, just polishing up some brass. You've been a polishing machine. Polishing up some brass and copper, working on some leather crap, typical busy stuff. Wow, Styx is touring. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Peace out. Good night, phrasing. Blue collar man. Yeah. Kriplov says I'll work on it for you, phrasing. Hell yeah, dude. I think everybody will absolutely be willing to give it a shot. So that's literally kind of all I had like grabbed as far as like um having something planned for tonight's stream, other than I was thinking about uh doing a liquid tasting on Yig. The problem with that is now the more that I talk, the more that my sinuses feel like they're stuffing up. Uh, I don't know if it's allergies or whatever, but now I'm concerned on whether or not like I'm gonna be able to taste it 100%. I mean, I have my taste. Gunny says Don Felder from the Eagles, REO Speedwagon, and Styx. Oh, that sounds like an awesome freaking tour. My old ass was up late. I bet, dude. Ben says polishing is fun. Mao sent a screenshot, and this was kind of, or not a screenshot, a hand check rather. I don't think Discord's gonna open back up. So this happened last time too. After I closed Discord, after trying to share it, it went away, and I had to restart my computer before I could open it up again. But we got a hand check from Mao. Might as well share that. Also, shout out to the replay crew. Uh, Tonight's a little different than usual, and I'm kind of all over the place, so I probably won't do timestamps tonight like I usually do for Mondays. I don't know. It depends on how. Oh, yeah, this guy, dude. I don't even know what this thing's called, but there's multiple different ways to set it up, and this thing is freaking rad as hell. Uh, Something by Gatub or whatever, however you say that. Gatub. There we go. Ooh wee! Yeah, it's shiny. Good God, that's some shiny copper. Series mech. I know it can like be broken down and like used as like a single tube mech too. I guess you're supposed to be able to stack it too, but I think he's missing a part. He said to do a regular stack. Dang man, that's gorgeous. Hold on, my Uncle Mike is calling. Give me 1 second, guys. Hello?
Steven.
Hey, Uncle Mike. Yeah, can I call you back in a little while? I'm actually
Absolutely. That's why I was calling to see when I can talk.
Yeah, okay.
I gotta grab a bite to eat.
Okay. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube right now, so let me call you back.
Okay, yeah, I just got home.
Perfect. All right.
All right. Okay. Take your time.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Bye. Gotta answer for Uncle Mike. He's been working on my son's gaming PC for a while now. and I know he's basically got it working. He just needs passwords and stuff, and I gotta see how much I owe him because I've only gotten like word of mouth through my dad the last updates, and as far as I know, I think he said he had to replace the CPU in it, which is wild to me. But my dad may have misunderstood. Um, I could do a triple stack also. Hell yeah, dude. Um, let's see. Goodies is looking for a Valhalla 30 mini. It's the Gata Spagata Dueler single 21700. Ben says I set my HDNE up like that sometimes. The bottom plate fits several tubes I have. Oh no shit. I can do triple stack with it also. Wow. Yeah, yeah. Uncle Mike is my dad's twin. Uh, he's he'll be up late. I'll be able to call him whenever. I moved them to the Z 25 millimeter Valhalla Chef's Kiss. Nice. Mouse says I tried to buy an HDNE Titan for 500, and while back and it fell through. That's why I end up buying this. Hey, Fur, nice. Glad they are treating you proper. Uncle Mike sounds so wholesome. Yeah, yeah. Uncle Mike's mad chill. Uh, I bought mine off the Steel Valley, but it may have been the last one. Oh no shit! You got that from Steel Valley? I had an Uncle Mike. It says gonna miss him. Oh man. Well, shout out to your Uncle Mike. Uh, I'm assuming rest in peace to your Uncle Mike. Uncle Mike sounds like a character from Fargo. uh, hope it was the CPU and not the GPU. GPU is a lot more money. Ugh, I don't know, man. All I know is he's had it for a long ass time. So guys, I don't know. We want to wick something up. Do we want to do a full build? What do we want to do? I had this idea that maybe I would pull out one of my setups that I purchased because we just celebrated 6 years sober. I thought maybe pulling out one of the setups that I bought for one of my previous years. Each year I bought the last few years I bought myself something nice to celebrate uh, for another year sober. This year I didn't particularly get anything specifically for that, but I bought in plenty of gear. I thought maybe I could pull out one of those squonkers, wick that up, or maybe we could build something. See what the Valhalla. Oh, the Valhalla. And speaking of the Valhalla, I have not rebuilt my Valhalla 28 in a while. I was considering building that. However, it's the Nightmare deck. It's not my favorite deck to build on, but my daughter is in Fargo right now. Grim O-Frame. See, what I was going to do was this is what I was thinking. So I've got a second recoil. It's already built, but it needs to be wicked. The O-Frame I did get for my third year sober. I was thinking about wicking up this recoil, putting it on the O-Frame, and tasting Yig. Because everybody is pretty much in agreement that Yig should be tasted on a recoil. Although I wouldn't mind tasting it on the Bonza Pro or an Asgard Mini, to be honest. Those are the two most flavorful dual coil RDAs I have, in my opinion. Uh, oh, blasphemy! I'm an idiot. I mean Asgard. I keep mixing the two up. Oh, sheesh. I don't know. What do you think we do, guys? Do we just wick up a couple things? Do we do a build? What do we build? I actually don't even know if I want to bust out the O-frame. I was kind of thinking this right here. And it doesn't necessarily have to be. Oh, boom. Looks freaking sick on the double barrel, too. Although, you got that little step there. Wicking that up, setting that up, maybe. Tasting some yig. Uh, or, huh. Everything's freaking built, dude, except for that Valhalla, really. Yeah, some indulgence would clear those sinuses up quick, dude. I, I'm sure it would. I can't do. Listen, I made 2 tanks full of that bad indulgence. That was about all I could do, Mo. Fantastically done for what you're, um, for what it is. Just not my style. The double barrel for me is purely an RTA mod. I don't know why. I used to have a freaking matching Peacemaker RTA that went on the double barrel, but I sold it uh, a while back when I got fed up with freaking RTAs and swore them off for a while. But the Peacemaker looked so sick on here. This does look cool as shit. I would probably maybe put the regular black drip tip back on there. I don't know, guys. What are we doing? We build something, or we just make, or do you guys want to see like a sick squonk setup? Maybe something that we haven't done in a long time. Somebody, somebody say something. Because I usually, guys, I usually come in with a plan, and you know it. But I just thought, let's fucking wing it tonight, man. You know, it's definitely not as lined up as the vlog, but or regular Monday wicking it and kicking it. Squank it. I have an idea. Something that I have not ran in a while. I really only run it occasionally. This would be a very, very perfect squank it up. A very, very perfect uh, situation and time to do it. Let me grab this. And I'm going to keep the squonk itself a secret for now. But what we're gonna do, and this is a pretty quick one, we're going to wick up the Ember Addy. Woo, the Ember Addy. That is what we will do. I have something 100% in mind for this. Let's wick it up, wick it up. Squonk number one with me. Squank harder. Squonk. Okay, sweet. We'll squank, squank, squank. All right. I don't break this squonk out very often because I try to keep it pristine. The more that it handles, the more more that you handle it, the more you have to maintain it. I do have everything that I need to maintain it now properly, but I haven't done the process yet. So let's um let's get this wicked up. And I got a special 30 mil of something I've been saving specifically for the next time that I set this up. So this will be a quick wick ish, but sounds like every piece of fucking copper and brass I have right now, he's going to get squinky all up in this piece. Yeah. Wait. Gunny says, so, Steve-O, all the dwarf parts are in stock. Yeah, I was going to tell you that I noticed last night the decks were back in stock. Is it worth 130 US shipped? Keep in mind, I have a great 4S coming. All the dwarf parts are in stock. Is it worth 130 shipped? Yeah. I mean, I think so personally. It's a fantastic tank. I've never tried a 4S. I'm dying to try a 4S. I'm still I'm still going back and forth considering buying myself a Diplomat. But I think I would rather, I don't know. The Diplomat seems so cool, dude. But man, everybody raves so hard about the 4S. Get the Diplomat. See, Dell's saying get the Diplomat. They're all about the same price, that $130 range. Sounds like every beat. Let's see, touched, barehanded, better polish it before the penny. All right. My brain is so wrecked. Come on. And hopefully this works correctly this time. See, it's not folk. There we go. Bum, bum, bum. There we go. All right. Wicks. I need wicks. I need cotton. I was getting some pretty decent crackle out of this stuff when we wicked up the nitrous, so let's use it. Why not? Hopefully it's not too thin. I didn't blow my mind. I've got, oh wait, Dell says I've gotten the GT5 and 4 and they are fine. It didn't blow my mind. Yeah, I mean, so many people, Dell, praise the GT4 as the greatest single coil RTA ever. Duchess says, yeah, I gotta help the homie. Can't let him go with a bomb ass flavor. Wait, what? Floppy says I topped that peach combo with a bit of FA white peach too. I don't have a baby throat. Yo, white peach is a little throaty at first, but you let it sit and mellow out for like a few days and it's fine. I like white peach. It's Saturn peach, flavor jungle honey peach, um, SSA peach sweet type, and FA white peach. Probably up there is like my tippy tops. Flavor Arts regular peach is good too for a yellow peach. It's so good. The white peach, hell yeah, dude. There we go. Bum, 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 bum. And nip. That ended up shorter than I expected. Let's see. Let's fluff this up. Just want to get that straggly piece off. Let's see if this tucks in before I cut the other side here. There is a link to the recipe in the chat. You missed, Steve-O. That is what we're talking about, Holmes. Oh, all the flavors. I gotta go to YouTube to click the link here. Hold on, let's take a look real quick. This is what everybody's talking about. Dun, dun, dun. Duchess. Summer Static, a summer banger where sweet meets static and the frost hits before the beat drops. Hell yeah. This blend opens with a zesty slap of Sicilian blood orange and old school lemonade, crashing into syrupy yellow peach and ripe honey peach for a juicy electric heart. Then the berries hit jammy blackberry, dark bilberry, and a hint of punchy cereal sparkle, swirling like a sunset glitching in real time. Finished with a dual cooling strike of WS-23 and Polar Blast. It's smooth, sharp, and dangerously refreshing. Think roadside lemonade stand in a thunderstorm, or the last kiss before the AC breaks. Dang! Shout out to Chat GPT. Uh, what's his name? Shiro. Shiro. Let's see. We got Cat Blackberry at 2%, super sweet. At a half, Cap Yellow Peach at 0.75. Flavora Blood Orange at 1.25. FA Bilberry at 1%. Polar Blast at 0.2. Jungle Flavors Honey Peach at 1%. LA Lemonade at 1. WS-23 at 2.2. And TPA Berry Cereal at 0.5. I can see this actually working. And I'll tell you why. It's because Dan made a Fruit Loops lemonade a few years back. And it was an acquired taste, but there was a lot of people who really loved that recipe, dude. It's not something I can share without Dan's permission, but it was a tasty recipe. Believe it or not, things like meringue and certain cereals do work in these types of beverage, lemonade type fruity beverage recipes and low percents. Looks good, dude. Looks tasty. Let's get out of here. Uh, where are we at? Duchess says I don't have white peach. Definitely should be on your list. It's a good one. Diplomat RDL is okay. I'm a cheap fuck, so I bought a clone, nice RTA. I also got old school RDL. It's a clone too, so I only spent around 70 for both. More money for flavors, hell yeah. Let me get this up here. Tuck this into the side there. I've seen a couple people that don't use many RDAs. They're super Burrow Life that have this wick, or that I see them wicking this more like an older school type. Oh, now it wants to do that. Off to the side here like this, with the wicks off to the side like that. The airflow comes straight in right here. You're blocking off your airflow if you do that. You've got to tuck this into the side against the posts here for maximum flavor and airflow on this guy. Just wanted to mention, I've seen a couple videos where people were, I can't remember who it was, wicking that off to the side. There are plenty of RDAs that you do wick off to the side like that, but this isn't one of them. Duchess says, I will have to invest in that. Duchess says, facts. Shiro wrote that description for me. I thought so. The LA lemonade should be about 4%. Yeah, I thought it was a little low if it's supposed to be a lemonade. Does milk go with honey peach? Don't. That's funny. Not that kind of honey, you weirdo. I get the joke. That's funny, dude. Yeah, let's hope it meets the royal standard the phrasing is looking for. Yeah. Come on. Tuck that to the side. Come on, get in there. There we go. All right. Speaking of delicious beverage recipes, what are you building? This and why does it keep doing that? Um, what am I building? This is the Broken Ohm Ember Addy. Uh, it already had a coil in it. As a matter of fact, the same exact coil that is in this guy. It's a mech burrow coil with an added, half a wrap added to it. Duchess beat me to it because I'm way back here in the chat. Had to step away, no worries. ALT, Kerplop said nectarine and apricot go with it spectacularly as well. Oh yeah. Neil says, Steve, here's my white chocolate blueberry truffle. I could turn up the lemonade Kerplop, but I want to see where it's at with 1%. Although normally, yeah. Sometimes I move it to 3%. Let's see. Let's take a look at this real quick here. Bum bum bum. That is not the right recipe. How did this happen? Here it is. Here we go. From Neil. Oh, marked as private, Neil. Marked as private, buddy. If you want to make it public, we can share it. Who makes flavor art? Flavor art white peach. All right. I don't make a lot of this for myself. And this is one of the reasons why I'm so desperate to get that darn DHL package is because it has Inawera white grapefruit in that package. Citrus pomberry. It's a blueberry pomegranate tea with undertones of blood orange and white grapefruit. Oh yeah. Oh, and lemon too because it's a lemon tea, but citrus pomberry. We're going to get this juiced up, set up, and ready to rock and roll on a sexy squonk that I don't use very often. Let's see. Kind of like a special occasion type of deal. We're at a 0.18. I don't know if it's going to give us much crackle, but I'm not really too worried about that. It's a very, very flavorful RDA. Dun, dun, dun. Why does all of a sudden freaking let it go in my head? All right, real quick before we get this going. Let's see. There it is. All right. Present. Share screen. And share. There we go. Neil's white chocolate blueberry. I love me a freaking good white chocolate. A white chocolate and any berry. Give it to me. White chocolate blueberry truffle V2. Blueberry jam from Wonder Flavors at 0.75. Blueberry wild TPA at 3%. buttercream from Capella at 1%, powdered sugar from One on One at 1%, super sweet at a half, sweet cream TPA at 2%, and white chocolate Flavora. Ooh, pushing the white chocolate Flavora up to 3. Very nice. Added powdered sugar and blueberry jam. This says I don't have powdered sugar, but that's because this is entered with lower cases. I could mix this, actually. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give that a little heart there, Neil. Oh wait, it's private. I'm gonna leave that open there, Neil, if you don't mind, because I might give this a try. Thank you, Neil, for sharing that. That looks good. I never really tried. Come on, where's the X so I can get rid of this? I never really tried white chocolate with blueberry. Forgot to change to the V2. All squonks are sexy. Yeah. LT says just ordered carne asada tacos for Din Din. Will be loving some guacamole fresca as well. Faceby says ole. All right. Let's see. How are we doing here? Oh yeah. Just kind of want to clean this up a little bit. Now that the cotton's wet, I just kind of want to tuck it back. Tuck it back, tuck it back. All right. So, cap on. Boom. Preliminary 2. And for the reveal, I think maybe we'll bring the zoom out a bit. How about that guy, huh? Little stab wood. This is the Stratum Starwood Unique. Gosh darn it. Number 6 of 15. I could not believe. Come on. The focus doesn't work the way that it used to anymore. All right. I really, it's a proprietary bottle system, kind of. Like these bottles come with all different Stratum mods and some MVV mods, but it's got like a proprietary piece. Trying to hunt down some extras, but man, this thing is so gorgeous. The wood. I'm trying to keep the colors as fresh as I possibly can, not handle it too much. But mods are meant to be used. I do have wax to be able to keep it all nice and shiny when it's ready. But we're going to throw that bad boy on there. It's got a recess 510. Man, I love this freaking mod, dude. That's flipping gorgeous, Steve. Stabby McStabber, yeah. Carne asada, dude. It's interesting because this cap brings this out to 23 millimeter. He does make a 22 millimeter version of this cap, but I like this one. It's the 23 millimeter is the only one with this airflow configuration, and this fits a 22 millimeter Addy. But the way that this fits on here, all it does is it pushes this top cap up a little bit. So I just kind of spin it on there. Right? And you'll see that it raises it up like a 1/2 millimeter, but you can't tell when it's on the mod. And that actually kind of helps make sure the coil doesn't sit too darn high either. Hold on. Yeah. There she goes. We got to fill her up, and then we'll get a battery in it. See, it's this piece right here is this little Delrin piece is made by OLC, Stratum OLC, whatever they call it. Man, I cannot get the focus to freaking work right anymore. There we go. Even if I could just find extra of these BFX bottles, I'd be happy. But it's made so it just pops in. There's an O-ring on the inside there that it just pops right onto. It's a nice, satisfying snap. Citrus Palmberry. Get that filled up. Come on. I've been saving the Citrus Palmberry as well. Oh, yeah. And stop. Got to save a little room for the straw. Oop. And pop that guy right back in there. Boop. All right. Then I need a battery. Ideally, I need a 20S. Hopefully this is the right 20S. One of them is dented. Fits very snugly. One of those 20S's, it won't fire though. And it's that one, I'm pretty sure. Yep. I grabbed the wrong 20S. Whoop. This is the one that works. Oh yeah. There we go. All nice and pretty and set up. I don't like this new friggin' update for my software. I'm going to have to find a new. There we go. I'm going to have to find some different software. There she is. Let's vape this sucker. Oh boy. I've got too much stuff on my desk. My rage bottle has seen better days. I feel that. That's similar to the rage squonk bottle, is it? Smexy. Let's go back up. I missed a whole bunch. Since I can't have raspberry. Gunny says I had blogi tacos. Just built the OG recoil, says LT, with help from Fur. Still struggling with it. I want to love it, but not quite there. Yeah, it takes a little time. Got a little liquid on the side of the wood. Of course, you can never get it all the way off. That's the whole reason for wax. Carne asada, dude. That's flipping gorgeous. Says look up blueberry food recipe and adapted it to an e-juice recipe. That's how I do a lot of recipes. That's how I get inspiration too, Neil. I look up real life recipes and pull inspiration from them. Now it's even better looking. You trying to make me cry? The rage bottle. You have no spares. Yeah, yeah. So I pretty much only run like fruity beverage liquids in this bottle for now. You know, if I could get a spare, maybe someday I'll run like custard syrup. But I got plenty of squonks. Some squonks are for custards. Some squonks are for beverages and fruits. Uh, it's still going, but it looks gross. Beauty, eh? Hey, Tim Kittle, what's up, dude? Neil says I should get the batteries I ordered tomorrow. Very nice. Tim Kittle in the hizzy. Tuning in late. What Addy is this? The Broken Ohm Ember Addy. On the Stratum Starwood Unique. Never wants to focus. We got some citrus palmberry in it. Let's give it a squonk. Cheers. Mm. Oh, you see how that when I went to exhale, you can tell my sinuses are clogged from the one side. Good God, I love this recipe. I made this recipe last summer to be my summertime banger, and it ended up making the menu because the menu needed more fruity goodies. But we only had so much Inawera white grapefruit, so and it became more difficult to find. All of a sudden, Mom stopped carrying it, and the only place that has it is DIY in Canada. It's why it's so important to get that freaking DHL order, man. If I have to, I'll order it again, but I don't want to have to. I'm sure it would be fantastic with some WS3, WS23, and or Polar Blast in it. But I typically don't like cooling in my liquids, but yeah. So I'll rock this for, a few days and probably however long it takes me to plow through this 30 mil. But it's kind of like a special this is kind of like a special celebration kind of vape for me, like I'm not afraid to use my mods, but this is definitely one that I do use a little more sparingly just because especially being like on days when I'm overtired, I don't want to like be clumsy and drop it or you know, but it's definitely a good time to use it. I got this for myself at 4 years sober. We just celebrated 6 years sober. So, it's fitting. And it's a really interesting how this works too because you have a the button pushes like a pin that is like open. I don't know how to explain it. It's like open, but it like closes like this when you push it and goes through the 510 and makes connection like it touches the brass battery tube. So it goes through the 510 and makes connection with the battery tube. It's really, really interesting. I gotta see who that was. Oh. Yeah, that's Chris. Um, so yeah, really, really, really interesting. Uh, before I bought the mod, I tried looking it up, and I was only able to find one video, and I think it was like somebody from like Ukraine or Russia or something, or I don't, maybe not, maybe it was like somewhere in the UK or in Europe. I don't know. I don't know the the difference between certain foreign languages or whatever. That was the only one that like showed like how to break this down to be able to maintain it over time. God bless that man for doing it because there's only so many of these in the world, and I haven't seen too many people with one. Uh, citrus palmberry tea is one of those liquids that's just too damn good, says Mao. Thank you, man. I know you love that one. Duchess, thank you for that. Mr. Coil Master, looking good. Hell yeah, Tim. Yeah, there's a few people that really really love this one. Actually, I got a big fat order that I need to finish up tonight. Um, a longtime JMW customer. Pretty much every time he orders a 120 of like every beverage profile that we have on the menu every single time. So a 120 of this will be going out to him tomorrow morning. And then I I can't recall if I no yeah because of this uh is how like I came up with my tea base. Not like like it was it's two different tea flavorings paired together. Uh, that's how Agent Arnie was born. I ended up taking that same tea base, but then also adding a couple of different unique orange flavors to it and lemonade to make the Agent Arnie for like an orange Arnold Palmer. Maple nuts are gorgeous. Oh yeah, yeah. I always wanted a what was it called? The Limelight Freehand. They do they do a freehand that's all in maple. The entire thing is just uh like not any like swirly colors or anything, just one full freaking block of maple. 18650, Tim. 18650. Steve, I mixed up a chocolate pistachio recipe. I have two pistachio flavors, creamy pistachio SSA and pistachio TPA. Used both. I get chocolate cherry from it. Interesting. Hey, Linda. Hey, good to see you. Um, I don't, I actually realized that I just, so Dan sent a bunch of boxes along of a bunch of flavors that he just had that weren't getting used. He just sent boxes and boxes to me. He said, go through them, decide whether you want to keep them, if we can use them or not. Try not to hoard, but any that you know. And there was tons of flavors in there, and creamy pistachio was one of them, as well as Wonder Flavors pistachio cream. I don't know if I gotten cherry from any of them of the pistachios that I have tasted because up until then I only had TPA, and then I got what's it called from Inawera, um, Green Joy. Green Joy is another really good pistachio flavor. I love it. It's potent. It'll really take your pistachios up a notch. But it's a delicious creamy pistachio flavor. Pistachio is more like artificial almond, kind of cherry. I definitely get it from almond. I definitely get it from almond. Uh, almond often, yeah, almond often tastes like cherry, 100%. Yeah, man, that's good. Doesn't quite pair well with coffee, but I've got plenty of other dessert and creamy type of stuff that does on the desk. So there's that. Um, I got to put things back away here. Let's see. Go there. Stacking batteries. Oh, Green Joy is the real deal, dude. Yeah. Uh, I had to get that from Noms when I was working on a pistachio pudding cake. The only um, pistachio I had was TFA, and while it was good, like you could push the TFA pistachio up to 4% if you really need to. But like trying to do a pistachio pudding cake as it steeped, the bakery elements really started to drown out that TPA pistachio on its own. So it needed something to really give it a boost. Uh, Noted DX at that time just recently done a pistachio episode, and Green Joy to me, uh, from listening to them, their notes, and then just reading other notes, a couple other people recommending it, stood out the most, and it seemed like let's do it. And what happened was, I don't think he's here tonight. Paul, Canadian Vapor, he mixed up my recipe uh, as it was. That a recipe originally had almond custard in it to try to help boost the nuttiness of the pistachio in that recipe. It did okay, but he swapped it out. He's like, well, because we were talking about it, and he's like, I have the Green Joy. Let me try it that way. He mixed it up and he reported back, and he was like, yeah, dude. He's like, it's freaking awesome. So I grabbed the Green Joy to do it that way, and that's actually we ended up locking the recipe in that way. Linda says pistachio tends to have a cherry almond taste from the compounds used. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't particularly get as I don't taste it off of pistachio like I do almonds. Just bought a nitrous 23, says Tim. Dudes and dudettes, this thing is totally underrated. Perfect dripper if y'all like drippers. Beautiful Addy. Dude, yeah. I mean, I love the original nitrous. I could definitely see the 23 being amazing as well. The 23 is totally different from really. I mean, I know it's designed different, but I would imagine it's still got a vape somewhat the same. I got the SS. It's nice on a squonk for sure. Criplops is great deck to build too. Yeah, way more sexy. Breeze tones. Good morning, Adam. It's great to see you. Welcome, welcome. Uh, Morning indeed. I thought maybe we might get a couple people that are don't you aren't usually able to make it might pop in. Will Coburn, yo. Neil says, here's my tropical blast recipe. This turned out good. Was wanting a summer vape. Yeah, let's see. I'll definitely share them if you guys put them in. Just because we really didn't have as much planned like I normally do for a Monday. We're just kind of filling out time. I think I am going to set up one more thing. I'm not 100% sure yet what. Uh, but we'll at least wick up one more thing. Not everyone picks up those flavors. Says Linda, it's kind of like picking up coconut notes. Yeah, and graham crackers or yes, we cheesecake. The compounds used can have those notes. I never really tasted it in the yes, we cheesecake at first until we used it in like a key lime pie recipe, and then like off the exhale, I started picking up on them a little bit, and now it's there. And then obviously now I use it when I want to lean into like there's times when I want to lean into the coconut and I'll 100% reach for yes we cheesecake because of it. Uh, I do get that. I understand that. Thank you, Linda. Tropical Blast. Thank you, Neil. Tropical Blast, creamy milky undertone at one on one at 0.6%. Dweeb Candy is an interesting one. Uh, Warner flavors at 1.5. Lemon lime from Capella. Always a good addition to a fruity liquid. 1.5%. Orange citrus Flavora at 1%. Never had that one. Or orange creamsicle from Capella at 1%. Rainbow candy from Silverline at 1%. Rainbow candy Skittles flavor West at 4.5. Super sweet Capella at 0.6. Tropical blend Perillum at 3%, and tropical punch Flavora at 2%. Oh yeah, this is a look at this. All those reds. I have never tried all of those flavors in the red. Don't have them. Uh, Dweeb Candy something I've been struggling to find a use for. Uh, One of these days I will. It sounds great though. Tropical Blast. Nice tropical candy vape. I bet. And some of these perillums, like every now and again, you'll see like a perillum flavor pop up that I never even really knew existed. More and more, I'm noticing a lot of perillum flavors dropping off the inventories of distributors, and I'm really hoping that perillum isn't in trouble of going away. Uh, let's see. Hey, Duchess, good to see you. Tim says still using the Breenstones. Bought like 100 sets a year. Oh, nice. That's a lot of Breenstones coils. I've got each of my Elder Dragons that I do flavor testing with. Each have a Breenstones triple 28 in them. Uh, those are my last two Breenstones coils. 100 is a lot of Breenstones coils, dude. Uh, Bought them from a chick named Linda who quit vaping. Great coils. I hear they're the world's okayest coils. I believe that was the slogan, right? Breestone says, "Whoa, yeah, those perillums are hard to find. Some are. I just had to reformulate a recipe. That's a recipe on the menu called the Bean because their cappuccino coffee was discontinued a while ago, and we finally ran out of it. Um, yeah, ended up just swapping out SSA's cappuccino coffee for it, which is definitely different. It's darker, it's more robust. I think it has a nicer creaminess to it. I actually think the recipe's better for it. but it's a transition because people really enjoyed that recipe. Oh, Linda just got a Citadel. Very, very nice. So I'm thinking maybe we might work up that recoil. Uh, I'm so tempted, guys. I've got this here. Uh, it's a special Thursday stream because uh, there is no vlog tonight, and I feel like it's kind of fitting if we taste the egg. Kind of like a random liquid tasting towards the end of the stream, but not quite so random. Thinking about tasting the egg. I also got this one that I got in a bush box, but I'm not as keen to be quick to taste it. It's a Maui buttercream. Uh, let's see, dude. The Citadel is a great one. I love that RDA. I've been rocking one of those for quite some time. I know a lot of people do say they enjoy the Hadley more. The Hadley gives you a better range of flavor, uh, uh, like the wider spectrum of a flavor profile. But I don't know. I love the Citadel. It might be a little bit better with like top notes, but I vape peanut butters and custards out of it just fine. You know what I mean? Fantastic little RDA. Congratulations. It's a good one. There's just yeah, Linda, I'm really upset right now with BCF because yeah, their Perillum stock has been absolute shit as of late, and I don't know where else to source that flavor house. Yeah, Nick River carries Perillum, but you can only buy gallons. And Noms has a few. I do believe they carry the one that you're looking for, Duchess, but you can only get 30 mil is the largest size. BCF stock for Perillum has dwindled down for sure. Maybe direct would be the way to go. Yeah, that's a good. That's good. Yeah, I did consider that, and I did Google Perillum one day just to see if I could find them direct, and then I got distracted because I saw that Nick River was carrying them. Uh, Duchess says, I hope you're ready to just vape that whole 10 ml bottle because that shit is irresistible. Yig is 99.999% pure gold. Yeah. Lita says, I got it in a trade. I really like it. It'll be a good for testing. Oh, yeah, definitely. I tried my cookie crack to see how many notes I picked up. Pretty spot on with flavor. Yeah. Yeah, I think it gets a reputation for having more sparkle on top notes, but like I get the lower undertones of things just fine. Real men buying gallons, Duchess? Yeah. Yeah. If you want to spend $200 on a single flavor, if you're going to use it, I just need Perlim Simply Cake. Yeah. Uh, darn. The other recoil, I was going to break, darn it, I was going to break that recoil down. Uh, and clean it up so we could wick that one, but I can have two recoils in rotation. Let's do the recoil because it just only seems right. I wouldn't mind using an Asgard Mini, but let's do that. Let's grab it. Uh, Duchess says, yeah, I think there's going to be some issues for them if they don't change their site. They claim themselves as an e-liquid flavor and are made in a flavor banned state. I'm curious what's up with them. Yeah, me and Mao were talking about that because they're North Carolina based. However, I have heard through the grapevine that they are, and I don't know who, but they are at least partially owned by a big tobacco company. I don't know who, I forget who I heard that from a few years back, but And if that's true, they may have a chance. Buckets on buckets on buckets. Linda says, I also got a Voltro V325 and another trade. Oh, that's a good one, which I'm so happy about, and I missed them when they came out. I love that tank. That was another thing I considered getting out tonight because it needs a new set of coils. And probably in the upcoming week or two, we will take out the 25E3 and put a set of Duchess Umamis in there. Here we go. Here's my other recoil. This recoil was set up for a Hexome initially. Come on. It has, and I forget the specs on these. I don't understand why this doesn't work the way that I want it to. Here we go. These are some dual coil staggered fuse Claptons that Jared made, 6-wrap. These come out to a point, like a 0.22. They're actually 3mm. You can see how much space they take up in that recoil and why we usually recommend 2.5mm for the OG recoil. It's really pushing the limits of that deck. However, they do fit and the flavor is fantastic. But when it's time to rebuild, it's another deck that the Umamis would be perfect for. And those come out to a 0.2 and would be good for a Hexome as well. So let me turn the wattage down. I would just want to glow these. Make sure that they're glowing evenly still. And it's been sitting on the shelf for a couple months. So see, it's not just focusing up as quick as it used to. I just don't care for the tinted glass. Hard to see the juice flow. Yeah, they do. They do make a clear glass for it, but you would have to hit up Mark directly now that there's no Voltro website. I don't think unless I missed it and it's back up. But only like a couple bucks you could get clear glass for it. Let's see. So this has been sitting for a couple months, so we're gonna glow them to make sure we burn off any possible dust. Still glowing perfectly. I think I'll hit him up on Facebook. Heck yeah. Do it to it. Let's see. Come on. I think I got some pieces of that white stuff. Nope. Only one. Only one piece of that white stuff. We're going to try to use this piece again. I'm trying to conserve my 3mm FDH cotton for only certain things. But this should be plenty of cotton for the recoil. We pulled apart that Coil Master cotton and did the as Breeze Tones dubbed it, the bacon roll. Although I use it on literally every type of cotton other than cotton bacon. Boom. And these might seem short, but you don't need a lot of cotton for the recoil, so they could be 2x26 fused in 36. Not sure how Jared built them. Yeah, I can tell you actually because I've got another set that's 3.5mm, and 7 wraps. 2 by 27 by 38. They're the same because I've got that other set. He said they were the same exact stick. He just wrapped up a couple 3mm 6 wraps, and then he wrapped up a couple 3.5 7 wrap. The 7 wraps come a little bit closer to a series build, but they're for me would be too spicy for series because they're estimated 2.26 to 0.28. Let's see. Can I get this through here? Come on. Can I grab it? No, I can't. Gosh darn it. We might have to pivot and use a different cotton because if I can't get this through here. There we go. Whoop. Seems like it might not be enough, but it is. These are phrasing wicks right here. Tiny, tiny, tiny. But they're gonna get the job done. The bacon roll is the only way to wick. Yeah. Everything. Oh, I gotta close that window out. Boop boop boop. Yeah. Sometimes just hanging out and not actually doing any full blown installs is nice, man. I'll tell you. Less pressure. Yep. Okay. And we'll just snip these tips off. Whoop. Boom. And just this side, I want to take a little bit of that extra bit out. Just a little lumpy on the top there. That's all. And then just kind of a little under tickle for fluff. Not trying to get anything out, just want to fluffed up. Clean that up a bit. All right. Of course, my focus is not cooperating with me. I hope they patch this update soon because I don't like it. It's not the camera, it's something about the software causing the camera to take longer to focus. There we go. So now it's flip tuck time. Flip tuck. Flip tuck. Flip tuck. Come on, see? It's going out of focus. Normally it doesn't do that like that. Maybe I should just keep the autofocus on and see what it does. But no. All right. And flip tuck. It's kind of like the Dickie Mo rule. You got to say the flip tuck every time. Except there's no danger of stepping on a coil if you forget. All right. Here we go. This is 3 milligrams, so it's going to be a little spicy for me, but we'll be fine. Never tried this before. This is one of the last few 10 milliliter bottles, I think, in existence. I think he's only had a couple left to give out last I talked to him. Where can I buy a pair of them scissors? Reasonable. Timmy carries them on his site. I know a place, but too damn expensive. Yeah. Duchess says I need flush cuts. Mine are getting dull. All right. Gosh darn it. It kind of sucks that like my sinuses are acting up. I can taste everything fine though. Let me give this a knuckle. Interesting. Here we go. That's dark. I can't zoom in any further, but that's a dark liquid. Remember when we were talking about clean liquids earlier? Clean fruity liquids? This is not one of those. Wow. These aren't going to crackle or anything like that because they're staggered. Some nice sizzle to them though. It's weird using this size of a bottle to drip in an RDA. Because even my tester bottles, I still mix in a 30. Man, look at the color on those. On that liquid. Woo, woo. Come on. I don't want to tilt it too much. My focus it's really bothering me that my focus is not cooperating the way that. There we go. It's a little better. All right. This is going to go on the double barrel, I think. We'll get, oh shoot. There we go. Bam. Make sure they're lined up where I want them. Get some batteries out. Oh, shoot. Positive, negative. I think I did that backwards. I did. And And this thing has seen some better days. It's all scratched up, but man, it's still. It still keeps on ticking. There we go. We are too far in. A little green for some color. I might put the knurled tip on for matchy purposes, but we'll start off like this. Let's turn this up. Let's say 70 watts. All right, there she is. Loaded up with yig. This has been a long time coming. I never ever thought I was going to get a chance to taste this liquid. Oh. All right, here we go. I'm vaping a strawberry guava lemonade, said Kerplop. Heck yeah. Hold on, let's go back. Yig, good. Medical scissors work nice. They do. Fiskars. Fiskars are good. Sewing shears, barber shears. Well, I mean, it's probably one of the most steeped liquids you have. Dude, yeah, it's definitely steeped. Pure Duchess says that liquid is pure gold. If I had an all-day vape, that would be it. No kidding. Dell uses thread cutting scissors. Yeah, yep. I'm vaping a strawberry guava lemonade. Miles says I was on Xmas special, but Steve-O made me re-wick for some citrus palmberry. Neil says I like my double barrel, but it's so heavy. Yeah, it's heavy. I mean, I don't know if you can see some of the scratches on this thing. All beat up. There's a nice scratch right there. All over the thing, but all right, let's vape this, right? All right. Use Fiskars for M scissors. You'll never guess what I'm vaping, says Dell. Caramel crumble. All right, cheers, guys. Whoa. That is not what I expected. That is steeped all right. And that is 3 milligram all right, too. I don't know if I get any current, but I definitely get a dark, rich custard and some hints of that oatmeal cookie. I feel like I can taste some of the age on it. But it's still got to kind of break into the cotton a little bit. And you know how sometimes I don't know if anybody else experiences this, but like your palate has to like settle in on a flavor sometimes. I want to see something here. Just for funsies. Although this probably more comfortable. Oh yeah. That looks freaking sick. Haha. All black everything. That is a deep, rich custard. Holy moly. That's good. I don't know. It's dark. Darker than I anticipated. I bought some thread cutters. Came in too small for me. Uh, you were correct. Oh, all right. Little tiny, tiny bitches. Wasn't supposed to be that small. Also, speaking of mod weights, I had to go weigh the Gaddis. It's 1 pound 6 ounces, and I'm pretty sure it could be used for self defense. Yeah, I bet. Man, definitely not what I expected. I don't know if it's because it's been sitting around for so long, but it's dark. It's very, very dark. Very rich, deep, deep custard undertones, almost like like if you were to put a custard with a crust, if you were to bake it, so like the crust was well done. That's kind of how it tastes to me. I think I'm starting to pick up a little bit of the current though. Uh, oh, tubes are good fist packers. Yeah. Like I think that's one of the reasons why I love the double barrel so much though. Like yeah, it's like I used to prefer a mod with some weight to it. Now I've gotten more accustomed to like smaller, more lighter ones, but like one of the reasons I love the paranormal so much is because it's a substantial freaking mod, dude. It's got some weight to it. It's sturdy. It's held up to some abuse. Same thing with this guy. It's held up to some serious abuse over the years. Um, but it has the feel almost of like a tube mech. Granted, it's a double tube. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now I'm starting to get some of that current. It's black current, right? The black current, like you know how like you get the sugar lips. I'm getting some of the black currant lingering on the sugar lips. But that is an extremely rich and dark custard. I don't know if it's supposed to be that dark. Yeah, it's a black currant oatmeal cookie custard. Yeah, okay. Um, uh, I somewhat suspect that the fact that it's sat around for so long, and I mean, look at how dark that stuff is. It's like motor oil. Might be contributing to some of the darkness of the flavor. I don't know. Uh, only anybody who's tried it before would be able to tell. But it's not peppery or anything. The nicotine hasn't gone bad or anything. Uh, it's also a good example here of why 3 millimeter coils aren't quite as ideal for the Flavor Bro flavor cap. Uh, if it was more easily accessible, I would get out the Clouds Broke Clouds cap. Um, but it's definitely restricted the airflow a bit more with those 3 millimeters in it. That 3 milligram is really starting to hit me now. Oh, I gotta take a break. Whew. That is one of the custardiest custards I think I've tasted in a while. Lack of sleep and 3 milligram when you're used to 1.5 and 2. Hydrate, man. I just got my coffee here right now. I forgot to grab my freaking water. Patrick is here. Says, oh shit, I'm late. I was repairing a TV, but it's crispy as fuck now. $20 for a huge CRT with a wood chassis and built-in shelf. Yeah, dude, that's a rad CRT setup right there, man. I gotta show pictures of that to my son. He loves uh, checking out old CRT TVs. Um, that's awesome, Patrick. Nice score. Dell says me and Mao have gorilla hands, so yeah. That just says yeah, it's a black current. Okay, oh, yeah, I got that part. Current time to clone it. Yeah, I from from what everybody says, Sifu's was pretty darn close. His his tribute, call it tribute for short, but it's called "This is not the greatest Jaeger in the world. This is just a tribute," I believe is the full name. That just I'm already on it. Very nice. Yeah. I mean, keep it up, man. Yeah, dude. 22 days, dude. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. Proud of you, buddy. Super proud of you. $20 for that TV is insane. It is. Ah, there's Canadian Vapor right there. We need to start this shit over again. I finally made it. Oh. Evening, all you sexy bitches. Good evening, Paul. Take a sip of Dr. Pepper with the yig. My last Dr. Pepper is still chilling in the fridge. Oh, didn't mean to do that. CRT is the way to go for retro games. Actually, yeah, that's 100%. That's so he's got that set up in his room. That's the TV that he has in his bedroom right now because he's got an original. Well, not an original. It's a Sega Genesis, the slimmer one that they came out with. A Sega Genesis, which is the Sega Genesis I've had since I was his age. It still works. Um, and then a Nintendo 64. But yeah, the Sega Genesis looks and plays better on a CRT. What milligram nicotine did you start with? I started off on a 12 milligram freebase and worked down to 3. That's all I vape now. Even it, yeah, I started on a 12 back in 2019. Quickly worked my way down to 6 when I started getting into flavors like not because the 12 milligram that I started on was Tribeca, Halo Tribeca, which is like a caramel vanilla smooth tobacco or whatever. Furfur says just got back from taking the kiddo on her first big drive after getting her permit. Let's just start over. Paul's daughter had a soccer game. Paul Cole says my RDA peed on me earlier. I had just dripped and tilted it, and yep, peed on. Oh, I sent some pics if you want to show it. I think peeps will dig it. Yeah, awesome. Oh, so there's the TV there. That's a nice setup, dude. It's a nice setup. Let's see. Maybe I should hide my face. The glare doesn't help. There's that. High fidelity. Looking good, dude. Can't quite tell what that is, but there's a picture on it. And oh yeah. Looking like CRT. Hell yeah, dude. That is a sweet freaking rig though. I love that. Looks like you just need an original NES. Nintendo Entertainment System for that shelf, that built-in shelf. And a VCR. Hook up. Is that what you got hooked up to it? Maybe a VCR. The massive benefits of CRT is light gun. Oh yeah, light gun games still work. Yes, that's right. $20 is not just $20 in this case. Oh, Halloween 2, Rob Zombie. Very cool. Very cool. Nice score, Patrick. Very nice score. Oh. Let's wet our palate back up with some beverage. That Yig is definitely not what I expected. It's been a long time since I vaped a custard like that too. It's rich, it's thick, it's dark. It's hard to say if this is what it's supposed to taste like or not. I don't know how old these bottles are. But we'll definitely be working our way through it now that it's set up. I do think I'm going to go back to the green drip tip though, just for comfort and a little pop of color. You can see the green battery poking through there a little bit, maybe. That'll match. Match good enough for me. I don't know. It's a little low pro. I like these Macron tips. Yeah. So that's a rare one. Holy moly. Don't let Duchess send you a picture, Darren. You don't know what you're gonna get. Yeah. Patrick says I'm getting RCA to HDMI DVD play. Oh, cool, dude. Those old TVs last. Not like these new LED TVs. I know someone that's got an old console TV that's 40 years old. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how old the TV is that's in my son's bedroom. I want to say that it's probably like early 2000s because it has a DVD player built into it. I shot a pic over in another chat to you, Steve-O. Steve-O with the newest Squanch magic? Wait, newest Squanch magic. Let's see. Gotcha. Oh no, wait. There it is. Ooh. Ooh. There we go. What is that guy? That Asgard on top? There we go. 3D printed. Variable voltage. Ooh. Sent you some nerdy shit. I did see that as well. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, guys. Oh, that's one of the, like those models that Dell works on. And he's got a whole YouTube channel full of that stuff, man. And I can tell you, even if you're not into that stuff, I was watching some of his videos earlier today and a couple earlier this week. And I really uh, appreciate them for what they are, and also the shots the shots that he gets of them for the reviews that he does are fantastic. I am super jealous of how clean and focused of camera shots you get, man. And I know this that we're just operating off of webcam here. Um, but man, I would sometimes kill to be able to get some shots that clear for uppy closey time when we're building on an RDA deck or something, you know. Patrick said the one I got is from '92. It's 33 years old. Wow. Paul says I heard if the picture on your flat screen is fucked up, take a hair dryer, put it on medium heat, and start waving it around on the front of your TV, and your picture may come back. Don't know if true. Huh. Here is the homage to Yig. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Homage to Yig. Of course, this has got a refresh every time I click over. The homage to Yig. Uh-oh, something went wrong. Unexpected server error. No, I'm getting an uh-oh, something went wrong. Don't know why the lights look red on yours, haha, but it's the Asgard V2 with a fur tip. Yeah, the tip looks nice on there. That's just how did it turn out? Patrick says there was a family of spiders in it. I had to lay to rest. They didn't die in vain. Let's see. Duchess said I just created it. Mind your business. Google Pixel 8, baby. Oh, no kidding. Okay. Mix it up. Hurry. Darren says, Paul, it could be true if it's a cold solder. I pull apart flat screens and use a heat gun for the solder to flow, especially at the ribbon cables, huh? Patrick says, I can't wait to get my RCA to HDMI. I'm going to watch you on it because I can hook up. Oh, no kidding, dude. Okay. No. It's still telling me, uh-oh, something went wrong. Oh, there we go. There we go. I wonder if maybe now. No. Okay, I got it on my phone though. I got it on my phone. Super sweet Capella at 0.5%. FA black currant at 0.75. FA custard premium at 0.75%. Inawera black currant at 0.5%. Inawera custard at 1.1 1.25. Real Flavors oatmeal cookie at 1.75%. Wonder Flavors French Vanilla Thick at 0.75%, and Wonder Flavors Oats and Cream Cookie at 0.75%. Yeah, that looks great. I wanted to get that Oats and Cream Cookie. I don't know if that's gonna focus at all. Nope, not gonna focus. But yeah, Inawera Black Currant, very cool. There's an Inawera flavor that I don't have. That oatmeal cookie from Real Flavors is fantastic, though. Patrick, that's gonna be mad cool. I had the same problems as Kim. Okay. And that, yeah, there's Dell's YouTube channel right there. Really, really cool stuff. Um, uh, I don't, I don't, I don't collect models, but I'm into nerdy shit, and I find it interesting. All like the intricate little parts that go into those things. And he just did a review for paint markers. Very, very interesting review. Very cool stuff. I know my son loves using paint markers, not for models and stuff, but just regular art projects that he does. Uh, Steve, since you are streaming in Grimm's time, where's the Instagram music? No Instagram music. I don't even have background music. I mean, I could do background music. I don't know how to add it, but like, there is like, um, hold on. Yeah, there's some interesting shit that you can put behind you here. And I tried playing it to keep it in the background at times, but like it as soon as I start talking, it gets to me. I can't do it. It's different like when you're watching somebody else stream with music behind them, but when you're trying to talk over it, I don't know how people do it. It weirds me out. It weirds me out. But yeah, 100% no crappy Instagram bans here. Uh, but I will recommend to go pick up Aesop Rock tomorrow. It's almost here. It's almost here. Uh, uh, it also has audio and hi-fi audio, says Patrick. Audio out, so it was probably a pricey SOB in '92, dude. Probably. Dell says I have too many. Steve-O, bust it down. Darren says I'm still getting the rectangular to show up on my Instagram since Grimm's. Oh wow. I had heard that song like quite a while back before he shared that one. It's been a pretty big thing for a while. Sexual style with the Ohio Riz. No. Uh Holy moly. Guys, it is 10 o'clock. We have been streaming for 3 hours, and I think we are gonna have to call it. My voice box starts to get sore after 3 hours. And we start to push it past 2.5. My voice box starts to get sore. And I still have like a massive order to finish. Like, and I mean massive. Uh, let's see. Duchess says, I'm so sorry that you've had to deal with that atrocious ear piercing trash he calls music, Darren. Yeah. Darren says, I'm about technology. I watch streams on my Oculus. No shit, dude. My son has done that. He's fallen asleep a couple times watching movies with his the MetaQuest Oculus on, and now he just got the 3. Is it the Oculus is the same thing as the Quest, right? They just changed the name when freaking Meta bought it. He's got the 3 now. He saved up $200, and then he found a deal for one for 375 on somewhere. Uh, he gave the 200 to his mom. I think she was able to freaking purchase it and pay installments. Uh, and he just got it yesterday, I'm pretty sure. Which is he's going to be stoked, absolutely stoked, to find out that he's going to be getting his PC back too. Booyah, much love everyone. Stay cloudy. Hell yeah. Kim says, let me know if you're going to hangs tonight, brother. All right. Uh, we shall see. Thanks, Steve-O, for a great show. Everyone in chat, have a great night. Kim C, thank you. I'll hop on while building this kit. Duchess says, you're not watching streams on your Oculus. Life is an illusion. You just think that you're watching them on your Oculus. Yeah. Guys, hopefully we were able to entertain you in place of the vlog all right tonight. Shout out to anybody who's just watching, who hasn't, been talking in the chat. You are appreciated too. I do notice that we have people here just watching. I appreciate you. Shout out to the replay crew. This was a little bit of a off the cuff kind of stream compared to Mondays, but we will be back Monday, probably with some full on builds planned, since we just kind of winged it and did some wicks and a mix tonight, a wick and a mix. But yeah, there you guys go. Get your Duchess coils while you can. And thank you, Duchess, again for that link. We're going to head on out of here because I got to work and I'm going to lose my voice. I just got to find where my stuff is. And because I always forget. Yeah. Love you all. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. I will see you all on Monday. Thank you, as always, for wicking it and kicking it with me. We are JMW. Good night.